Way back on January 21st, before Daytona, before the Clash, I made my way too early NASCAR playoff predictions. The playoffs are here, Southern 500, days away. I'm going to look back and see how right, or more likely how wrong, my way too early picks truly were. This is always one of my favorite videos every single year. I take my predictions very seriously. I put a lot of time, energy, and research into every single one of my picks, so it's fun to look back months later and see if all that hard work was worth it. I believe my career best, if you will, is 14 for 16, and I think that was either 2020 or 2021. It was pre-next gen. The parody of the Gen 7 era has thrown me for a loop the past few years, but hopefully I can get close to that 14 mark. I remember some of my picks, I don't remember others, so follow along at home. We are blasting back into the past to January 21st. Let's get started. Let's make some way too early NASCAR playoff predictions. All right. Last year, I only picked 12 of the 16 spots correctly, which was my lowest percentage since I've been doing this show. Okay, so I got to at least beat 12. I didn't realize 12 was my lowest. Man, that means I usually bat pretty good on this show. All right, we got to at least beat 12. That's my goal coming in. I was undone by the sheer volume of surprise winners. Oh, yeah. I have vowed to not let that happen again. Using trends and a little bit of basic math, I'm going to create the perfect 2025 NASCAR playoff grid. Oh, we'll see about that. Last season, I'd say there were 6 surprise What the? I don't remember this. What is the X-Files music? Hold on. Wait, I forgot that I had this whole conspiracy calculation done up. Okay, I remember now. I'll skip past this. So based on the past few years, how many different surprise winners have shown up, I estimated there would be 3 quote-unquote surprise upset winners that break into the top 16. So yeah, when we get into my predictions, I know I had a couple of wild card picks that might have hit. I think at least one missed that I can remember for sure. Let's see. Let's get to the actual predictions. But just remember, I was intentionally trying to make room for a few surprises. Let's see how off I was. Let's start with last year's championship 4 minus Blaney, Byron, Reddick. Okay, all right, good. 3 for 3. Tyler Reddick made things interesting the final week, but all 3 of those guys feel pretty good. I have to include Kyle Larson. Put together probably the best all-around season last year, most wins, most laps probably led, etc., and he just won his 3rd Chili Bowl Nationals, so he'll start the season sharp. Larson, yeah, well, it's interesting. Now I understand more why people are talking about this summer slide for Larson. You know, he still has 3 wins on the year, still running top 5, top 10 most weeks. But yeah, last year, I forget, he led the series in wins, laps led, points scored, etc. So compared to last season, yeah, it looks like Larson's had a down year, I suppose. He's just set that standard so high for himself. Actually tied Christopher Bell with 3 Chili Bowl titles. Okay. Bell and the number 20 team have been the best group from Joe Gibbs Racing the past couple of seasons. I'd have to look at the broader numbers. How does Bell compare to Hamlin? Because Denny's got more wins this year. I know Bell did win the All-Star race, so you could say they're tied with wins. But let's see. Who has the more top 5s, top 10s? Denny's got more top 5s. Bell has more top 10s. Hamlin has double the laps led of Christopher Bell. I think it's safe to say Denny Hamlin has had a slightly better year than Christopher Bell. So Hamlin has stopped the Bell bandwagon, at least for the time being. We'll see what happens here once the playoffs begin. Some people may question his teammate, Denny Hamlin, but not me. Sure, he went winless the final 6 months of last season. Yes, he is the oldest full-time Cup Series driver. This is what people were saying in January. Johnson, I don't care that FedEx is gone. I don't care that Chris Gabehart has been replaced with Chris Gale. Gabehart's still working at Joe Gibbs Racing. His influence will still impact how the number 11 performs. Denny Hamlin is still a very, very good driver. Joe Gibbs Racing is a very, very good team. So, yeah, you guys may think I was creating a straw man the past few months in my Denny Hamlin defense, but no, this is what people were saying back in January, and there was some validity to it. Chris Gale with Ty Gibbs the last couple of years, I think with Eric Jones before that, the Cup results weren't great. There was real reason to believe Hamlin was going to fall off this year without the same sponsor, with new crew chief, etc. He hasn't, and I said that at the beginning. I said at the start of the year, before the season, that Denny was going to have a big year. He's proven me right thus far. But there were doubters back in January. This is a fun little time capsule.
I also think Chase Elliott will make the playoffs. He's
All right. Okay, we're 7 for 7. These are pretty obvious picks.
One win over his last 70 starts. That's not great.
He's got 2 now.
But last year he had an outstanding 11.7 average finish.
Ooh, what's his average finish this year? It's got to be better than 11.7, right? It's like 11.1. Oh no, 12.0. It's because the last couple weeks are like Richmond with that DNF. Watkins Glen was bad. Oh yeah, now his average finish is ballooned to 12.0. Come on, Chase. You got to get back into the 11s, the 11 bracket. Come on.
Y'all might have some questions, but I think most of you watching will agree with these 7.
And they all made it.
We'll spend more time arguing about the rest of this list. And remember, the trends say there will be 3 surprise winners.
Who are the surprise winners this year? I would consider Austin Dillon. I know he's great at Richmond, but where he was in points, that was a surprise. I think Josh Berry. I know Penske shot out of a cannon the first couple months of this year, but looking at how bad his summer's been, I'd consider Berry a surprise winner. You could even argue Austin Cindric's win, in hindsight, feels kind of like a surprise winner. Shane Van Gisbergen, do we count him as a surprise? I don't think anyone's surprised he won a road course race, but he was 25th, 30th in points before then. So there's been at least 3 to 4, you might argue, surprise winners this year. So my trends were fairly accurate, I'd say. Let's see if I got the actual picks right, though.
Let's talk about Alex Bowman. I'm very high on Alex Bowman, especially after how he finished the 2024 season.
See, Alex Bowman fans are in my replies, in my DMs almost every week. Why do you hate our guy? Why are you constantly disrespecting, overlooking Bowman? I've been on the Bowman bandwagon since January. Remember, I believed in Bowman when few others did. A lot of folks probably had Bowman as the 4th Hendrick guy, maybe the only Hendrick car out of the playoffs. Not me. I had him, 8th on my list? I think if I go on, if I unpause, I'll say he's a regular season championship threat.
I mean, Alex Bowman was 16th in points when he won the Chicago street race last summer. He would not have made the playoffs without that victory. And that win is his only win over the past 97 Cup races.
Oh, that is still true.
This may be considered a bold take, but I think Alex Bowman will win in the regular season. And even if he doesn't, I think he'll be consistent enough, top 5, top 6 in regular season points.
Where did he end up? 9th?
Anyways.
Okay. So yeah, but there you go. I was a Bowman believer when others weren't. So I'm not a Bowman hater, guys. Hopefully this puts the anti-Bowman narrative to bed. I expect more from him. That is true. But I still thought he'd be a playoff driver. And I had him 8th on here. I said he'd win a race this regular season. He's fallen short of my expectations, you might argue.
Chase Briscoe is high on my ones to watch list this year.
Oh, yeah.
Keep in mind, the number 19 car has gone winless 2 of the last 3 seasons.
This is probably the best season. I guess Truex in 23 won a couple of races that year. So I don't know if this is as good as Truex's 2023 season, but this is probably the second best season the 19 team has had in the next gen era. Credit to Chase Briscoe, James Small. They've hit the ground running.
Chase Briscoe can drive. He proved it in the Southern 500 last year. He won 9 Xfinity races in a single season. But will this be the right fit? I like Briscoe. I think he's a good driver, great team guy. I think this works, but some may disagree. I have Briscoe making.
Yeah, there were some Briscoe doubters as well this preseason, but I had him safely in the playoffs. He got that win at Pocono, good for him. He's rattled off a lot of top 5s in recent weeks. This is not only now is Briscoe a playoff driver, Briscoe James Small playoff team, this is going to be a sneaky popular championship 4 dark horse, I think. They've really had a strong first summer together, no doubt.
I went back and forth on Ty Gibbs for a long while. His sophomore numbers were better than his rookie season.
The junior year jinx.
In year 2, he drives for Joe Gibbs.
What's that? Our first whiff were 9 for 10? 9 for 10. Damn it. Ty, why did you start so slow? Even Chris Gabehart couldn't pull you from the depths. Dang it. All right. Well, my reasoning was sound. Ty made the playoffs last year. Another year older, another year wiser, another year of experience. He should be better this year, right? He wasn't. He was not, unfortunately. Very sad. Very disappointing. Dang it.
3rd year, very young driver. Team him up with another young crew chief. Could work. It might not. I'm picking Ty Gibbs to make the playoffs based on this trend.
Okay.
William Byron won his first Cup race in year 3. Chase Elliott won his first Cup race in year 3. Kyle Larson won his first Cup race in year 3. Ty Gibbs entering year 3 with a good team. I think he gets his first Cup Series win this season.
missed on that one. I mean, Ty Gibbs missed on that one, to be honest. He should have a win by now. I don't care how young you are. You win as many races in ARCA and Xfinity as he did. You drive for Joe Gibbs Racing. By year 3, you should have a win, or at least be getting closer to that win. And outside of Michigan, was it Michigan, that fuel mileage race where he was in the picture late but didn't have enough? Outside of Michigan and parts of Mexico City before SVG left everyone in the dust, Ty Gibbs never looked close to winning a race this year. So, yeah, I guess I got this one wrong, but gosh, did anyone see the fall off from the 54 coming? Like this?
All right, let's make our first surprise win.
Oh,
Nick,
please.
I think this will be a popular surprise.
Okay, I think I got this one.
Shane Van
Yes.
Gisbergen.
All right,
Coda,
back in
Mexico
business.
City, Sonoma, Chicago, and Watkins Glen are all regular season races this year. Win and you're in, baby. All SVG has to do is win one of those. He was probably the fastest
He
guy
went
at
above and
Chicago
beyond.
once again. He just needs to win 1 out of 5. I like those odds.
Did anyone, though, realistically see him winning 4 out of 5? But handily? Yeah, I could have seen him winning 2, maybe 3. But 4 out of 5? Didn't see that coming. Goodness gracious. Dominant SVG.
And so will his Trackhouse teammate Ross Chastain.
Oh, man.
I think
I'm going to get 12. What are we at? We're at 11 for 12 now? I got this. Oh, we're definitely beating last year's mark at this rate. No doubt.
I like Ross Chastain to win at least one regular season race. Was really good at some of the intermediates last year.
Got his win at an intermediate.
Getting back in the playoffs in 2025.
Nailed it.
Okay, it's been a minute since we mentioned a Ford. How about Chris Buescher? Chris
Oh.
Buescher has won every single year since the next gen car
Dang
was
it.
introduced. Of course, 2023 with those 3 wins.
Was he was the first guy out, right? On points? I think so. He was the first guy below Bowman to not make it. He was in that photo finish 4-wide picture at Daytona, but couldn't quite get the job done. That's a bummer. Man, I really thought that was all but a guarantee.
RFK, I think, is still slowly but surely trending up. Both Buescher and his teammate Brad got wins last season. I like Chris Buescher to bounce back this season and make the playoffs.
I don't think I had Priest making it. New team, 3rd RFK car. I don't think I had Priest getting in, so I think I got that prediction right. I don't know if I had Brad on this list, but yeah, is RFK still trending up, or have they kind of plateaued? Priest, really good this year, all things considered, but the whole team is winless through 26 races, so it feels like maybe RFK has kind of plateaued this year in some ways, but I still think they're built well for the future with 3 good drivers, 3 quality teams. Okay, so I have 11 out of 13 correct. So I need to get 2 of these last 3 correct to beat last year's mark. Okay, all right. 2 for 3. We can do it. I can do it. This is fine. Let's past Eric. I believe in you. I believe in you.
Sticking with Ford, I've kept y'all in suspense long enough. Joey Logano, the defending series champion, will make the 2025.
Oh, that's it. I just need to get one of the last 2 then.
Let's
We're
be
good.
honest.
We got this.
There are several valid reasons to leave Joey Logano off your playoff bracket this season.
Here, I'll throw this graphic up that I threw on screen yesterday. His regular season numbers this year compared to last year are very similar. And, last year was not a particularly remarkable regular season for Joey Logano. So again, same story this year. We'll see if the playoffs go the same way as they did last year.
It's hard to predict how Team Penske will fire off to start 2025, but looking at Joey's whole career, looking at how he finished 2024, it would be extremely bold to say Joey Logano misses the playoffs this year. I think he gets in.
I just noticed, yeah. So to that point, Penske last year kind of started slow. I think Blaney was the only standout. This year, all 4 Penske guys, if we include Josh Berry and the Wood brothers, won races in the first couple of months. I think Blaney, it took a little. Blaney wasn't until Nashville, I guess, but he was so fast early in the season, could have won a few. So kind of the opposite from last year. Penske fired off great in 2025 and kind of cooled off over the summer. So it'll be interesting to see how things trend come playoff time. Okay, so I just need to get one of these last 2 correct. Oh man, speaking of Penske, did I have Cindric making it? I don't think I had Barry. I don't think I had Barry making the playoffs. Did I have Cindric in? Oh no, I need to get one of these 2. I hopefully had Austin Cindric in or else I'm screwed.
Oh geez, that was quick. Only 2 spots left, and the trends say I still need 2 more surprise winner picks.
Oh no.
How does Michael McDowell sound?
Oh!
The 2021
I'm throwing!
Daytona 5, but he also has the same crew chief, Travis Peterson. And some people are saying that Spire is now a mini Hendrick.
Oh, man, expectations for Spire coming into this year, I think were a little too high, a little elevated. A lot of people, I didn't have Hocevar. I know I did not have Hocevar making it, but a lot of people did. A lot of people circled Carson Hocevar as one of those surprise winners, breakout stars. Remember Justin Haley with Rodney Childers. Some folks thought the 7 team could take a huge leap. McDowell, the road course guy, super speedway guy, maybe he wins a race. And McDowell came close a couple times. Texas, wasn't he battling for the lead late? That was a wild race. McDowell's come close this year. He maybe had the best car at Chicago before parts failed on him. But yeah, I guess I had McDowell winning a road course that SVG ultimately gobbled up. I guess I just didn't expect SVG to win 4 out of 5. I thought he'd save a road course or two for a Michael McDowell perhaps to swoop in.
Road course, super speedway, pick your poison. I think Michael McDowell gets Spire Motorsports into the playoffs.
Wrong there. So we have 1 spot left. Oh, I haven't put Bubba on here yet. Oh, I don't remember now. Did I have Bubba Wallace making the playoffs? Oh, I was probably 50-50. So I'm missing Wallace. I'm missing Cindric. I know I didn't put Austin Dillon on here, or Josh Berry. So did I put Cindric or Wallace? I hope so. Otherwise, I'm hosed. So I'm at 12 for 15. I need 1 more to beat last year's mark.
I'm going to have to leave some good drivers and good teams off of my list.
Oh, no.
Like Kyle Busch.
Okay.
I think Kyle Busch is really, really, really good.
Okay.
But it's obvious at this point that the next-gen car does not suit his hang it out, drive it loose driving style. I have another past champion missing out. That's Brad Keselowski. Oh. And this one may be a hot take because he did break through to get it. I really want to put Todd Gilliland in the playoffs this year. I think there will be at least 1 surprise super speedway winner, and Todd Gilliland led it.
Did we get a surprise super speedway winner? This year was kind of weird at super speedways. We had Byron, Cindric, I guess, maybe, but he's so good. That's not a shock. Who won Atlanta? Bell, Chase Elliott, and then who just won Daytona? Blaney. So yeah, I guess no real super speedway surprises this time around. Dang. Okay, who did I put last?
Carson Hocevar. I'm sure Carson will be a popular surprise win pick, but he led 16 laps all of last season. Maybe Spire makes a huge jump. I'm picturing more baby steps. Hocevar may score a few more top 5s, hopefully some more top 10s, but to pick him to win as a sophomore, I'm not ready to go there just yet.
I mean, I will say Hocevar was this close to winning Atlanta at the beginning of the year and was obviously in the mix at other places, but I nailed that one.
All right. Enough beating around the bush.
Oh, boy.
My final, way too early,
Cindric or Bubba, please.
Cindric or Bubba, please. Playoff prediction is that AJ Allmendinger will win a road course race and make it back to the Cup Series.
Oh, man, forget about the surprise winner curse. This year it was the SVG curse. Oh, I really thought McDowell and Allmendinger would snatch a road course win, but Shane Van Gisbergen said, hell no. No, I'm locking these down. Kyle Busch was closer to winning a road course than either of these 2 guys were. Gosh. Oh, man. So that's 12 for 16 again. Back-to-back 75%. That's so mid. That's so average. Dang it. All right, well, at least got to hear my reasoning, I guess. Let me hear myself. Past me, you've disappointed me greatly.
Take out last year's Chicago street race. AJ Allmendinger has finished 6th or better in 5 of the last 6 Cup Road races.
Okay, let me look up AJ Allmendinger's road course numbers this year. I know the car failed him here and there. Let me just see though. I feel like he was terrible on road courses this year compared to his usual standards. Let's see. He finished this year with 1 top 10 on a road course. It was Chicago. 1 top 10 in 5 road course races. 4 laps led total. Earlier this year, remember, I did my road course racing power rankings, and I was rating everything, not just driver, but team, and I did not have AJ Allmendinger in my top 10. I think AJ himself is a top 10 road course racer, but combine him with Colleague, who's, iffy on setups, iffy equipment, he's not a top 10. That's not a top 10 road course team in the Cup Series anymore. They just aren't, and I think looking at his numbers here, I think I've been vindicated, at least on that prediction. I got this prediction wrong, but that other take, my power rankings take, so far holding up pretty strong. Dang it. Okay, keep going. Almost to the end.
The only way AJ Allmendinger makes the playoffs is via a win, likely on a road course. Fortunately, he's got 5 shots to do it this year. I like those odds. AJ Allmendinger is my final surprise win pick. One big name that you may notice is absent from my list is Bubba Wallace.
Oh,
Look,
man.
you can make a strong case for Bubba Wallace. He's coming off a season where he set a career high in top 5s and top 10s, and he's got a new crew chief, Charles Deneke, who turned that number 19
back when we
truck
still
into
thought
a
that was how it was
weekly
pronounced.
contender. Ultimately, to make the Cup Series playoffs, you gotta win races. And Bubba Wallace has never won a regular season Cup Series race.
That was correct. And frankly, where was he in points? Was he ahead of Bowman? Let me look that up. Bubba Wallace finished the regular season behind Alex Bowman and behind Chris Buescher in points. So if he doesn't win the Brickyard 400, Bubba Wallace would have missed the playoffs this year. So, good for Bubba. He had a shot. I was high on his new crew chief. Felt like it was the right time to make that change. But I had never seen him win a regular season race before. I guess I was skeptical he would do it this year. But he did. Won a crown jewel. Credit to Bubba Wallace in the playoffs, largely thanks to that victory. Well done. Missed that one, though, unfortunately. 12 for 16 once again. Well, at least now I know what mark I need to beat next year. I have a goal, a bar that I need to clear for sure. Well, thanks for following along, folks. How did your preseason playoff predictions hold up? Let me know down in the comment section below. I will be making my round-by-round 2025 Championship 4, Round of 8, Round of 12 predictions tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I've kept y'all in suspense all week, but the time has finally come for me to make my championship picks. Thanks for watching this video, folks. I'll catch you again real soon.